Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. In today's episode, I'm still sick. Uh, Probably less sick than, probably about the same actually as I was yesterday. It's the worst when I just wake up. What time is it, you may be wondering? It's 3 p.m. Did I just wake up? Nah, I've been awake for a few hours. How you doing? How's it going? I'm doing fine. Uh, as well as I can be. I'm okay, really. I am okay. I feel sick, but I don't feel like terrible, I guess, is what I want to say. Don't give me Tethys. At least it won't be Umbra. A bated breath here. Hey, what I tell you, no Umbra, let's go. Anyway. I'm recording this one earlier in the day. I have more stuff to do for school, but I'm taking a break because I've been working on it a lot lately. I'm taking a little breather. I was like, what do I feel like doing? Well, there's this ever present feeling of I should be doing something productive, and so here I am. I have to record Monster Train eventually today. I may as well do it now. I wanted to I don't know, do something else. I wanted to play a different game, but I decided I'd just do Monster Train, and then I can spend some leisure time after this, or more realistically, probably just put some more time into doing schoolwork. Regardless, today I want to ask you in the questions section of the video. How do you feel about drive-throughs? I'm pretty sure I've talked about drive-throughs before, but I had to go to my local pharmacy, and they have a drive-through pharmacy. And I thought about it for a second as I was pulling in, and I was like, I'd rather just walk in. COVID really pushed drive-throughs to the forefront of technology. I feel like minimize exposure, etc., etc. But God, I hate it. What do I not like about drive-throughs? I don't really know. I'm just always so worried. I guess I'm worried that I'm gonna mess up in the drive-through, not in the ordering part, but in the actual driving part. I'm always so concerned. But it's ridiculous to be concerned about that, I feel. I should really just go to some drive-throughs to face my unfounded fears, I suppose. Can anyone relate to this? Does anyone else feel nervous about drive-throughs? Maybe I'm alone in this. It's hard to say. That's why I ask. I'm also going to ask you to like, comment, subscribe. Let's go. Is Stygian Exile melting? Pushback Talos, Darkness Arcus, Chase Seraph, Titan's Gratitude, Wicklash, Titan's Tooth. Titan. I think that this combo is fine. If they were inverted, this would be really bad. But it's not, so we're chilling. I'm gonna take Tethys' scales. Cuddlebeard is good. Cuddlebeard is really good. It's only good if we see the shark, though. But Tethys' scales is probably good, but Cuddlebeard is great if it works. It's the value of Cuddlebeard is 0 to 10, where the value of Tethys' scales is 4. Probably 3 to 4 if you wanted to put it in a range. I didn't even think about Chillwind Tethys here. Also, what if we see no conduit? Well, there you go. And I can keep Tethys alive by reforming her. Drop Tethys in, pop out 40 Frostbite, Tethys dies, repeat. Seems alright. Maybe not great, but it's fine. And I'm just gonna play bottom floor, let Tethys get the Frostbite rolling. There was a chance that she died here, and if she died here, I would just reform her. I missed the Collector, though. Oh well. I would have liked to get the Collector here, but it's fine. I think Tethys die is almost a tempting outcome. I thought about playing Wicklash and then hoping she died, but I didn't. Does the game feel quiet to you? What do you think? It feels a little quiet to me, but it looks normal, and I didn't touch my settings, so I think it's just quiet because of pressure in my head dampening the sound. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm gonna leave it. Let me know if the game is quiet. I'll turn it up next time. Am I more tempted to pick Flash Freeze here? I'm actually still just tempted to take Crypt Builder. Although Flash Freeze gives me a ping. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take Flash Freeze. Crypt Builder's cool, but I'm going to pick Flash Freeze. Stealth Tomb is good. I've been sleeping on Stealth Tomb a little bit lately. Young Molten Encasement. I've been disrespecting our boy. Large Stone, Incant Armor 2 plus 10. These are not good. These are extremely not good. I think it's best to just take the Armor Shark. I mean, maybe we play like a... No, I don't want to play Rage Siren into Chase Seraph, though. Field Marker's fine. You ever think about grabbing a Large Stone here? Nah, I don't think it's worth. I also, like, I don't want to play this Shark in my final game plan. He's more of a means to an end, so I don't want to give him the Incant Armor too. Because I don't feel like he's staying for all that long. Likes 3 kills Tethys, so we don't take that. I think this Shark is only here for, like, the combat. Hopefully. No unit draft trials, though, is a little worrying. We'll be fine. Like, this Shark... Tethys is really strong right now. She's going to do a very good amount of damage to these enemies for a little while. She annihilates bosses, and it's not Sweet Boss, so even more points for that. At 21, this actually puts Samia over the threshold. Ooh, I should have left the space open for Molten Encasement on that combat, though. Like, that was a mistake to not leave open the space for Molten Encasement, but it's fine. Wow. I don't know, it's extremely rare to see Cuddle Hex Mollusk Mage side by side. There's only one playable card there. Crypt Builder it is. I do not hate rolling over to a draft-based plan. Switch off a Tethys and go play a little draft. Go left here. Track this horde, we get... Well, the problem with Drop Cage is that the only card we can see that interfaces with Drop Cage at this point is Siren Song, because we have missed Drip Ball. That is correct. The problem with Tempered Talisman is I guess I have Frozen Lances, I have Titan's Gratitude. Yeah, I actually take Tempered Talisman here. Thinking I had Foregone Power. These units, Wickless Baron, Wickless Tycoon, they don't interface with Draft very well. Shocking. I know. Do I pick one of them? Strong question. I think the answer is not. I think I don't want one. I'm in the Burnout plan. Harvest is weird here. Maybe I should pick it. Maybe I should pick it. But what's done is done. I've said no. Down to throw a plus 10 piercing. 90 damage piercing is not that good. 125 damage piercing to the front enemy. Now you're talking. That card's fine. Could value stone it and then dupe it a few times. I think when you get offered the choose a draft pick, you just pick Umbra and go show me trample. Oh my god, I didn't mute Facebook. Pranked. Oh, I've forgotten to mute. I should mute WhatsApp while I'm thinking about it. I got all these messaging apps open, and I think I remember to mute them, and then I close them, and then I reopen them, and they're no longer muted. And then I get got. Anyway. Do I want to take Furnace Tap? Honestly, I don't hate it. We could do... I mean, so the problem here... There's a line which is like... multi-striking Tethys is weird. But like, Molten Encasement... protects Tethys, but it costs 1. I feel like Furnace Tap is usually worthwhile, but I'm not sure if it's worth it here. It adds very little for a while, and then it becomes okay, probably. I'm very torn. I think I'm down to take it. I think that it's a worthwhile prospective snag, and then I can also make it free here. Okay, here's the deal. We make it free, and then we make like 3 Furnace Taps, and then, and this is where it gets spicy, we take resin removal. And then we just permafrost all of it. And something happens. This is a top 4 play. I'm not running into the breach versus those guys. This is a tough call. I think the best thing to do is play Train Steward mid-floor. Yeah, so what's the decision making there? What is the problem there? Well, the problem there is this is pushback Talos, and if Tethys ends up at the front of my floor at any point, I lose. But I have primitive mold, so by putting the Train Steward in front like that, I give myself 5 primitive molds that I can hit to return Train Steward to take the pushback hit. That's the decision. And the decision was, do I play him top floor or do I play him mid floor? The problem with playing him top floor, of course, is... Oh, hey, that's weird. The problem with playing him top floor is he doesn't die. And he just sits up there. And he gets in the way of, like, Molten Encasement and things like that. I drew all of my primitive molds on, like, turn 3, which is really bad. I was kind of counting on stealthing up here a little bit, like letting this Train Steward chill and then stealth up, but yeah, see, it's not so simple. Guess I'm just taking it here. A shame. Talos goes bottom floor, please, thank you. I'm pretty sure you play draft behind. I just slapped the Furnace Tap on Tethys. And, yeah, we're gonna get hit. It's an inevitability here, but by Furnace Tapping Tethys, I should be putting enough Frostbite on Talos to live, I hope. Although I'm a little less confident. Tethys kills herself here? Is that what I'm looking at? Molten Encasement maybe does enough. No, Tethys doesn't kill herself. I'm dead though, so, you know. I guess I should have picked the Wickless Baron to have a little more health for Tethys. I suppose the real misplay here was I just drew 4 primitive molds when I needed to be able to play Molten Encasement multiple times. I'm dead for sure. There's no way I put enough Frostbite down. No, I don't care. I was gonna say let's replay it. I don't care. This run sucks. Fuck you, Tethys. I was gonna say let's give it another spin, but like this run was terrible. They showed me no, like my most pickable unit was the Shark. And that's not true. I should have taken Wickless Baron, but he's gonna have like, the problem with Wickless Baron there is he's going to have like maybe 20 health because I'm not killing anything. And I have no way to play Stealth Tune. So like, what the hell do I do? I don't know. I guess I don't go to 40 pack shards is the answer there. But whatever. I will play a new one. I'll take Hell's Banners. The Furnace Tap was probably a mistake there as well. If I take Conduit here, I'm probably going to take an extremely high amount of damage. Yes. I'm going to stay 0 pack shards. We're going to try to play... I just want to play a Melting Line and throw away Tethys. Can you please give me a unit draft, Monster Train? Game plan here is to play bottom floor so that we can play primitive molds to replay our units after they die. I should have frozen last top floor. That's my bad. That one's just a mistake. I actually should have let this Train Steward die so I could bring him back to life now that you mention it. That's alright. Wait, he doesn't even take a swing. 80 damage, not too bad. You're at 39. It should be fine. We'll take 2. All the micro decisions I make that are wrong, ultimately they don't feel like they make that big of a difference because at the end of the day, I will probably walk out of this fight alright. Yeah, I take 4. Ultimately, like, maybe I could have optimized this combat better, but I took 4 damage for not optimizing. Who cares? I'm gonna take Crystallis. I don't even think I took 4 damage, by the way. I think that 4 damage is kind of inevitable in that start. I take Drip Fall. I could take Purifying Cleanse as well for the burnout and heal, but I take Drip Fall. I think that if I go to the Stygian banner, it's like if I go right here and I see 2 bad units, like if I see Silphite Cold Kalia, I just lose. This is the problem. If I don't die in combat too, I definitely die at Talos. So you're forced to go left and look at a melting unit. Large Stone, if I had Collector, I could take Large Stone and we wouldn't lose here. Paraffin Enforcer is good. Yeah, if I had like 20 more gold, I could take Wickless Typhoon and Large Stone him. And that would make me a little less on the razor's edge, but you know. I'm just gonna... And so I guess actually I could go right and I could find holdover here. So here's the deal. If I lose this run, then like if I die in the next combat, then the potential play, because I'm gonna take this Extreme Stone, the potential winning line is to go right and find holdover. It's possible. It's unlikely, but it's possible. I asked for a unit draft. They offer a unit draft. Can I pick the unit draft? Armor 10, probably not. I would love to pick the unit draft, but I don't believe I can. And I want to play bottom floor so my units die. This Frozen Lance first matters. And let's train Steward mid floor to catch a collector. Look at that. I made it foolproof. I'm gonna Whiplash Tethys, because Tethys is going to die to spikes anyway. And I have to bring her back, so you may as well give her the extra attack. It's kind of inevitable. Well, that's kind of weird. He dies because he takes 2 from spikes there. Here comes Tethys. I actually like super high rolled with this Ice Storm draw. Look at that. That's ridiculous. Just draw well. Yeah, I had like 3 turns to draw it, to be fair. So, it's not like it's that unbelievable, but you know what? Tethys is doing pretty well. Look at that. Pop off, Tethys. Should have looked ahead and realized I wasn't going to see many Stygian units, but it's hard to say that because maybe... No, I shouldn't have taken Conduit here. If I look ahead, I never pick Conduit. I'll take Ice Tornado. I'm going to pick Purifying Cleanse. I'm going to go into this Burnout plan. Though I didn't get a draft, so it's a little harder to swing, I fear. Jackstrips is good. Lady of the Reformed is alright. I feel like I have enough Burnout with Purifying Cleanse and double Whiplash. I don't feel like I need Lady of the Reformed, but she offers a 40 health body. I think Paraffin Enforcer's fine without her. Be gone. I think this Abandoned Stave is pretty awful. I have so much energy as is, and I'm not gonna take 3 Calcified Embers. We are currently weak. I don't need to make myself weak in the future. Or weaker right now, to get slightly stronger later. I don't love our chances of killing Talos, but it is not pushback Talos, so Jackstrips gets to kill all these enemies for us. Play mid floor here. I do not think that being able to play Train Steward here is all that worthwhile. Like on top floor, I'd rather have the extra round to reform. Let's throw our damage at her. I want to have Tethys Burnout. Tethys is a 1 size unit that I can reform. So I feel like it's right to play around that. And bring back this Train Steward as well. It is 60 damage to play Ice Tornado on top floor right now, and the Train Steward coming back doesn't seem like it's that strong. Yeah, we're just saying, hey Flash Freeze, get me out of this shit, buddy. And Flash Freeze is saying, alright boss, got you. Yeah, I just don't look at that damage I take, it's no big deal. Yeah, so the game plan here really does boil down to I'm going to kill Talos now. Also, one thing I did not... I mean, I thought about it, but I didn't actually actively mention it, if this infiltrator rolls damage shield off of the 15 pack shards, we take a bunch of damage. And, I mean, not a bunch of damage, we just have this Forged Disciple walk. It's a real shame that it happens like this. I feel like it was not all that likely for that enemy to be the one that rolls the infusion, but to be fair, I don't really know. Can also descend you and then I don't take anything. Cool, cool. And we're gonna win off of Frostbite here pretty much. Don't worry, Tethys, you got this. You got this, Tethys. Tethys, you, Tethys? Tethys. You see the conundrum here? You see the conundrum here, I'm sure. I have to do some calculations. I believe the best play... I mean, I'm always going to play both Flash Freezes. Actually, it's not that hard. You play Primitive Mold, 1 in 4 times I pull back Tethys, and if I pull back Tethys, I get to play this whole hand, which is big money. This is the worst outcome. I pull back a Train Steward with no Burnout. And, yeah, 24 Frostbite, Talos goes up at 100. I believe I will take... I think I'm dead. No. I'm fine. It's 40, and then... Yeah, no, I live. I think like 2 hits, 3 hits, I think. Yeah, 3 hits. Cool. Even with all of that hard work, I almost lost that fight. Even with, like, actually putting all of my damage into Talos, I almost died there. Not a good sign. The life cycle is not looking good here. Oh, hey, run's actually extremely easy. Wow, cool. Wow, yeah, cool. Eel Gorgon, nice, awesome. Thank you, Monster Train. All right, well that makes life easier. I will take probably draw here. So I have to stabilize now. I have to get Eel Gorgon to a point where I don't just lose. Ah, what a shame. Oh my god, it's so ugly. Oh, it's so ugly, man. Because I would like to go find... I'd like to go find a playable infusion, right, on the right. But, again, there's only really one thing I can find there. It's Siren of the Sea. Everything else that I could see from that Stygian banner is kind of a disaster. And so, we're left with this problem here of... What am I going to infuse in Eel Gorgon? And the real answer is I'm probably going to give him a Train Steward. Because so what's the problem? Well, the problem is if I go right and I don't... So first problem, if I go right, is if I get a Siren of the Sea, I have to survive 2 combats before there's a temple. So that's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is if I go right, I have a 5/3. And you can give this guy 10 multi-strike, he does 50 damage. It's terrible. It's very bad. So I have to go left to give him base stats, unfortunately, I fear. It's also nice to get some health. Large Stone is exceptional, very good. And I think I need to give him base attack. Like, I actually think I need to reroll for a +10. Awesome. This is fine. 30-43 should be good enough to get us through the next little area. Conduit too. Like, the run has so many problems. I have to keep Tethys alive for Conduit to pay out. I have to make Eel Gorgon scale to a point where he kills everything. Like, I have so much wrong. However, I have more hope now than I had before. The Invasion Trial is fine. It's free because of Jackstrix. I just play bottom floor. So I guess what I could do is I could also be reforming Eel Gorgon with Primitive Mold, but... Playing around Primitive Mold, of course, has its own pitfall of... oh, actually, you know what I have for scaling? I have Whiplash. Eel Gorgon. What are you doing over there, buddy? Hey, brother. Hey, buddy, where you been? That's tough. It's, you know, just don't look. Just look away. Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. It's fine. Look away. No problem. Tethys. Just look away. Just look away. Just look away. It's fine. No problems. No problems. Just look away. Just continue to avert your gaze. It is okay. It always fucks me up that the Eel Gorgon just talks normally. You're telling me this guy just has cohesive, normal thoughts and is like, oh, we can't keep the Titan sealed away forever. I don't buy it, mister. The saving grace of this run is definitely the Wicklash, by the way. Wicklash is going to be our ticket out of here. That's our winner. Tethys, get in there and do what you're supposed to do, Tethys. Die. I almost put the burnout on the Eel Gorgon, which would have been grim. Because it doesn't go away at the end of combat rounds, or else he'd purge as multi-strike and relentless, which would suck. Drain is pickable. Drain is pickable. Resin removal is pretty worthless. I think Mortal Entrapment is pickable. It's kind of expensive though. Remnant Host is pretty bad. Actually, I guess I could pick Resin removal. This is something I would not have considered except for we did the tier list video recently. Cranberry likes Resin removal to beat Crystal Cloak. Does this run die if I just walk into Crystal Cloak here? Honestly, maybe. Kinda close. And this is a 1 energy spell. I'll take it, you know what, I'll take it. Maybe the secret sauce here is real. I'm gonna go left. I'm just gonna look for double incants. You know what makes this run a lot easier? Double incants. And there's like a lot of chances here. Resin block is interesting. Give me... I don't hate Petty Theft. I think I just take aggressive, though. Give me Heaven's Gold. Poke our head into the Horde. I think that Wing Steel is best. How do you think Fade's First Blade interacts with Wicklash on Eel Gorgon? Do you think the Burnout... the Burnout I don't think ever ticks down. I think the Burnout just gets purged immediately before it can tick down, so I don't think you would get any Rage. The question was, do you get Rage, and do you get that Rage after the Resolve effect? And if you do, is this a way to sneak a little extra Rage in? I think the answer is just no. I'm gonna pick Wing Steel, even though it always betrays us. It should be good with Conduit. Resin Block is okay. I don't think it's great. I do want to get rid of Paraffin Enforcer right now. Goodbye the Rules of Containment Cuddlebeard combo. It is not terrible. I don't think I could afford it anymore. Yeah, no, that's 500. Alright, so I'm gonna reroll. Too bad. Totem Fragment's cool. Yeah, Totem Fragment's cool. That relic's a game winner. Acceptable. Stygian has a lot of very strong relics like this. Hey, we didn't roll Crystal Cloak. I can take Spell Shield too, though. I have to utilize my Jack Strips while I can. Like here. Also, I have 2 temples remaining. Aye. I think I want to play mid-floor. I feel like it's correct to not play... I'm just gonna end my turn so I don't draw anything there. No, I should actually draw cards because I want to draw... I want to draw into Wicklash faster, so I should draw cards. Yeah, okay. Like, I don't get anything for incanting, but I do want to draw into Wicklash. Wow, Resin removal, very cool. Oh, I hovered dead weight, I think. You know what? Maybe I'm supposed to use Tethys as like a chump blocker in these fights. Maybe. It's an interesting idea, anyway. I can heal you with Wicklash eventually. Also, Self-Made Harpy only does 5x5, which is like... Hey, that's not that bad. Whatever. Oh yeah, and I picked Drain. Right, I picked Drain because of course I was thinking about Self-Made Harpy when I picked that. I really had each boss teched here. I have Drain for Self-Made Harpy, and I have it'll come to me. Resin removal for the other two. Frenzied Swarm is good. Does kind of nullify Drain, but that's alright. Do not think I need any of these. Make a case for Mortal Entrapment. I would hear it. It's removal with a Steel Shop both times. I think I prefer going Steel Shop now, and then we go here and we do Magic Shop. Magic Shop and Event versus Magic Shop and Money, right? Because the Magic Shop always has a Pyre Remains, and the Steel Shop always has a Vortex. Do I want Money, or do I want Relic? And do I want Event, or do I want Money? And the answer is I want Money least. All of this has one presupposition. That's probably a bad way to phrase it. All of this has one assumption, better, which is that we live through Arcus. I think we live through Arcus. Down to Clown here with a little Lightstone casing. We can like supercharge a spell. Or we can try anyway. Cheater's Hand is just like on the fence. Well, Lightstone I'm just gonna take Lightstone Casing. I don't think it's that worthwhile to think about. I came to this, came to this Steel Shop like there was something in here for me. I could go back-to-back Magic Shops. I actually forgot that I had already double upgraded Gorgon. That's my mistake. Dreamstone again? I mean... I think it's better to Extreme Stone Crystallis. And I'm gonna go ahead and do Train Steward Infusion on Gorgon. Trust me, it's good. I mean, it's just 5 attack, which is fine. What do we have? We have 70, so I need to take... I think I can assume that I'm going to duplicate Ice Storm, which is 10. So I can take 10, 10, 10. Yeah. I think that's fair. Okay. I'm about it. I'm with it. I think that pretty soon... first of all, hope that we see Intrinsic. First and foremost, hope for Intrinsic. I think that I am now to the point where I want to be putting... Oh, hey, Resin Removal. Oh, hey! Clear out that stealth a little bit. This is nice. I'm to the point now where I want to be just playing top floor, and I'm going to put Tethys behind, and we're going to pretend that Tethys has a long and healthy life ahead of her, and is not swiftly racing to the bottom of a ramp. And that ramp leads into a pit, and that pit is full of sharks. And the sharks are really angry. Does that analogy work? I think so. I think that's a good allegory for what's going on with Tethys currently. Get 350 damage off here, which is fine. This run is going to rely very, very, very heavily on Totem Fragment. And I think, to a certain extent, it's going to rely a little bit on Resin Removal to be played on the right turn to clear Spell Shield on the Divinity. An idea that I really haven't tested before now. What a shame. So I want to get rid of Resin Removal from my hand. Flash Freeze can get incanted once. And Tethys will keep it 0 cost. And then I guess you play Flash Freeze and you just turn your head away. I mean, I'm not going to play Purifying Cleanse. Purifying Cleanse I actually want to be able to play in the future though, so I think I'm going to end my turn actually. I want to be able to heal the Gorgon. I think it is very worthwhile in this fight. Although, I guess I get a full heal by playing Primitive Mold, now that you mention it. Because he cures his Burnout from being reformed. I think that as long as it's like it's the same basically, and I don't have to mess around with the reform nonsense. Yeah, it's the same. He's full health. I have 29. Ooh, it's like exact lethal. So I need to play this drain so that I get an extra round out if I play drain, right? Because it's 29. 29 and 29 is 58. So with this, I get 2 rounds instead of 1. And now we hope. Big ice storm draw. We live. The burnout was a little frightening, but you had to do it. Like, you have no choice. You have to play every spell you can there, and the +10 is fine. 4 burnout is fine. 2 burnout, obviously, he burns out, and everything we've done is for naught. Hey, Talos is cool. Hey, Talos is really cool. This is just a free 5/5 for Eel Gorgon, and I could maybe play 2 Eel Gorgons? Hey, that's neat. That's really cool. I will take draw. I don't need energy, I don't need space. I will take draw. So, we go left. There's a small world. So first, intrinsic or value stone. Value stone. Second, holdover. Permafrost is fine. I would like to freeze. Back to that idea. Let's go through. Let's lower the mental stack a little bit and do the obvious things first. Okay. So, what do you like here? I like a third stone frozen lands. I like a permafrost on what? Good question. Good question. Go on. Frenzied Swarm, it could go on Dripfall. I actually think I like it most on... Well, Purifying Cleanse got worse. Maybe I don't like... I don't think I actually like Permafrost. Frenzied Swarm to 0. Holdover here changes the plan. Okay, the plan remains unchanged. Hallowed Halls has become a reset. It's just a 5/5 every time I draw it for Eel Gorgon. You know what? I like the plan, actually. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna follow it through. We're gonna do it. There's a world where Tethys does not come back. Or, more accurately, what I should say is I think Tethys is obsolete. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to value Stone Hallowed Halls, and I'm going to duplicate Eel Gorgon. If this was intrinsic, I think my plan would shift, but Tethys is just going to die. Imp in a box. Wow, that's terrible. Wildwood Salve. Wow, that's terrible. Cool. I wasn't going to take anything from those. Maybe, maybe I would take Urchin Spines, actually. Oh, whatever. Invasion Trial is not free, necessarily. Yeah, I think this Invasion Trial is actually very bad and kills me. We're incentivized to pick off enemies where we can. My mistake. I forgot that I got energy there. But I have no reason to... There's no scaling on Eel Gorgon, so my entire run boils down to how well I kill these enemies before they reach Eel Gorgon and kill him. Like, I don't get anything for playing spells up here. The scaling comes from my cards, Hallowed Halls, etc. So Tethys dies. Just turn your head away. I do not care. You know what I do need to do? I need to make sure I play Hallowed Halls first, because the Reform is going to come back without any multi-strike. He burns out! Oh, it works that way! I didn't know it worked that way. Alright, so it turns out that I was wrong about the interaction. Burnout does tick down. Whoops. It's not that big of a deal, because I have Primitive Mold. However, that's not how I thought that was going to work. So, Burnout happens before Resolve? I need an image. I need a way to visualize what order this shit happens in. Because that seems not right to me. How it hauls. And now he's fine. Now he's okay. But like that doesn't seem correct to me. I don't know about you, maybe that seems right to you. But I feel like that would work differently in my head. I mean, it does work differently in my head, obviously. I don't care. So the burnout happens and then the resolve happens. Well, I guess now you know. Knowing's half the battle or some shit. I'm gonna draw Ice Storm next turn. This Gorgon stays. Goodbye, Tempest. This Gorgon stays. I don't really want to plan around bringing him back, so I want to pick enemies off. However, I guess he just gets full healed anyway, so it doesn't really matter. He gets full healed whenever I draw Hollow Halls, assuming it's soon. Pardon me. Not very cool. Thank you, Ice Tornado. Ice Tornado could have whiffed there, and then I would be in a really awkward position. I just don't think about that. Just look away. It's easier. I do not want to assume that I'm not going to bottom deck Hollow Halls. I don't want to make any assumptions here. Is it literally impossible? I don't play a past Monster Train regardless. We play Hollow Halls first. Go get him, Tethys. You got this, champ. Hollow Halls and Relentless is an interesting negative because you come back with Burnout that doesn't get purged. It's really complicated. Like, it's surprisingly complex. I didn't think it was gonna be so difficult to get this to work for me. However, I'm committed to the plan, so we will continue on. Maybe I see double incant now. Raise a card is interesting. +3 sucks. Consume sucks. Paper funnel's okay. Firebox is okay. Not really that good. Pull over Hollowed Halls. I'm with it. I'm here. I'm about it. I could buy Vapor Funnel with Heaven's Gold and have like a... It's okay. I think I prefer removing cards though. Card removal isn't that good. I just have to draw Hollowed Halls and then we're fine. I'm gonna buy Vapor Funnel. I get a 46 damage free round. I could give myself 56 with boons. I think 56 is a magic number. No, it's not. It's 64? Yeah, 64 is... No, it's... Yeah, no, 64 is the number where you kill a heavy that walks up to your pyre at full health in 3 hits. Not a number that matters that much anymore for a number of reasons. 56 is pretty meaningless. Sure, it makes a difference if an enemy walks up. I'm not going to think about it that much. I don't think the 10-pack shards are worth it. Move on. The earlier we see Hollowed Halls, the better. Hey. Oh, wow. Awesome. And now this burnout problem is gone as well. They burn out. We get our Hollowed Hallsing back. Everything looks good. If I had drawn... Oh man, I would not have forgiven myself if I had drawn the Gorgon there. It's like, it's interesting to think about how I've progressed through Monster Train at this point. Like, that's a mistake that is so... What the heck? Happens to me sometimes. It's a mistake that's so unlikely, I guess is the word that I could say. Not really unlikely, but like, it is actually. It's a 1 in 20 that I get screwed there by Wing Steel, right? It's extremely unlikely that it happens, but you have to respect and play around it. Because if you get caught there, you go, damn, that sucks. And I'm sitting here kicking myself over that. I'm like, you idiot. I could have lost the game on a 5%er there. That's not something, I guarantee you, that's not something I was considering hours ago in Monster Train. By hours, I mean like 1,000 hours ago. I wasn't thinking about, ooh, well, what if I top deck my main care? What the heck? What if I top deck my main carry? You know, I wasn't thinking about that all those hours ago. Yeah, nice lifesteal loser. This run was looking dire, and then Monster Train bailed me out with Eel Gorgon. Halls is nice, but I think I would have won without it. And I'm trying to spend less time reconciling the run and saying, oh, well, this run still would have won if I had not hit these things for this, and this reason. You know, I'm trying to spend less time doing that. But I'm just going to move on from that thought line. I don't think it matters. This run wins because, and the reason, I guess the reason I'm trying to move on from that line of thought is that, sure, I'm winning this run with Eel Gorgon, but if Eel Gorgon had not been there, a different unit would have been there, right? If there's no Eel Gorgon there, there's, in that case, if there's no Eel Gorgon, there's a, I don't know, there could be like a bounty spell. Or there could be, I mean, there was a Siren of the Sea, and I think Siren of the Sea is probably acceptable as a win con here, too. So, you know. What I'm trying to say to you is that this run is fine despite the rocky start. I had a plan too with Paraffin and Forcer we could have operated on. The end. Oh yeah, that can happen too. I was considering this possibility when I was putting this all together. The what if I pull both Eel Gorgons first? No Tethys. It's fine. Pretty shocking, surprising that did not happen sooner. And then it happens twice. It's fine though. We have the energy because we're going, when we play Howled Halls, we're getting health banners, so it is not a worry. I wonder if this run might not have been as safe and solid without Howled Halls holdover Value Stone as well. That was also pretty strong. A lot to point to that went right here, but it was a rocky start. It was, and you know, don't get me started on that first run. Actually, don't get me started on it because I don't remember it. The mental, I just when I have a bad run like that, it used to be I would get real tilted with myself when I lost runs like that. Nowadays, it's just like, yeah, whatever. Throw that out of the mental. It's better for me. But like, you know, I don't really have to concern myself with hold. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to maximize my damage on these turns. True. I don't really have to concern myself with like being the best at Monster Train anymore, because unless I really put in the time, I'm probably not catching Dusk in terms of win streaks. So I just don't worry about it anymore. Really, it's been very helpful for my mental that Dusk got that 100 win streak. Because now I can just go on and be like, yeah, well, you know, if you want to see someone play the game perfectly, you don't have to watch me. You got options. Hey, Howled Halls. Excuse me. Paging Dr. Howled Halls. Dr. Howled Halls, come in, please. I could pull it off the top here. Yeah, I wanted to think about that. I mean, at this point, I'm at 55 times 4. I do believe that I play Howled Halls because I will be at times 4 regardless. Right? No matter what. It's times 4, but now I have 2 Eel Gorgons instead of 1. I actually think that without the holdover, this would be much scarier. Resin removal, you know what? Cranberry's right. Resin removal is kind of good. I've been sleeping on it. Look at all of the things I can do with resin removal here. I can stop these spikes. I can stop this damage shield. I think I picked it not for the damage shield, but like I've been converted. I'm a resin removal believer now. Yeah, it's fine. Just play Tethys on the bottom floor. I'm converted. I'm a resin removal truther. I'm gonna pick this card more often. I think yesterday we talked a little bit about tech cards. Great example of a tech card. I am going to... I need to play Howled Halls here. I think I should maybe just... Well, it's It's 2 depth, it's 40 armor to play Howard Halls. I can make it 20 armor by moving a tank away, but I'm giving myself a problem. I'm kicking the can down the road. However, in kicking the can down the road, I am putting this guy to 4 spell weakness. So, Tethys is back. Great news. Oh, they start to die because of the spikes. Because they start to... He dies because he hits too many times. He kills himself. Of course. It's fine. It doesn't matter how it falls. I have a problem. The answer is, well, it doesn't matter that he died because I have Hollow Calls. That wave is problematic. Bottom floor wave right now, frightening. I'm going to give the armor first. I want every attack here. I think every multi-strike here counts. So, great job, Ice Storm. There was part of getting better at this game is assuming the worst, and in my mind, all of those Ice Storms missed. In my mind's eye, I saw them all miss, and I was like, well, what am I going to do about that? And the answer is nothing. I can't really do anything. It's outside of my control at that point. Just say, damn, that sucks, and we move on. Like, you know, in my mind, whenever I play a spell with a random effect, by the way, Resin Removal mid-floor, get that spell shield out. Whenever I play a spell with any sort of randomization to its damage output, I, in my mind, go, yep, that's just going to hit the worst enemy every time. Example here, I'm just going to, like, if I play Ice Storm, it's all 5 hitting Divinity. No doubt. Survival here is no problem. Frenzied Swarm, I don't care about this 45 armor, because the problem here is that front Eel Gorgon dies. Front Eel Gorgon does not die because of Frenzied Swarm. And the whole wave dies, because 95 times 7 is a big improvement. It's interesting too, because this run had a lot of waves that looked pretty close, but in the end, I think we're going to walk away from this taking 0. I am hopeful. Look at that, they're at 100 exact. How cool. Every spell gives me 200 damage. I do not want to play Hallowed Halls, necessarily. Because Hallowed Halls, well, what's their Burnout at? Can I look at that? Burnout 7? There's no way that this combat goes for 8 rounds. However, I played a spell now, so I have to start asking myself if it's really worth it. I think the answer is as soon as I play Frenzied Swarm, I'm just fine. Also, if I play Purifying Cleanse, I am weakening myself significantly here. Let's just do some... Let me take a second here. Let's do some quick math. If I play Frenzied Swarm, it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Front friend here takes 6, 26. He takes 26. Yep. Round is dazed. Turn ends. It's turn ends. We hit 16. So it takes 42. It's definitely a victory. Yeah. Maybe not definitely. It was like, no, it's definitely. It's like, we got 2 more rounds still. All the damage that front Eel Gorgon takes is from this explosion. Like, yeah, 3 hits from the Divinity. Thanks, Frenzied Swarm. Very cool. And extremely satisfying to watch the Divinity's health go down by hundreds from an even 100. Again, never seen that before. Very cool. I like that. Neato. Alright. Take your time, Monster Train. Sometimes, like when I'm not feeling well, I'm really tired. This end sequence feels like it's some sort of time dilation. This shit feels like it takes like multiple minutes to just count up my score, drive the train to the pyre. Like, God, dude, I get it. Let me go lay down. Get out of here, Monster Train. What a good seed name. Helping Ethnic Progress. Right on, Monster Train. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.